Hello. I hope everybody had a good day. I had a good day. Whew. It is an interesting world. Like my girlfriend said last night at work, we live in the Twilight Zone. No doubt. No doubt. Definitely the Twilight Zone. For sure. When you know, you just know. When you don't care, you just don't care. When you move in peace, you move in peace. When you understand the reality, you understand the reality. And when the obvious is the obvious is the obvious. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of those things. You know, it came to me earlier, and the magnitude that my son has been used against me, like, it's just ludicrous. You guys are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But do you boo-boos. Do you boo-boos. I got nothing. That said, I wanted to touch on something. A couple things, actually. So, Candace dropped a lot of nuggets tonight. I can't believe that with Erica and the Kanye thing, but I can believe it. Because that is how handlers work. Bots, people that are placed in your life for a reason, right? They're placed in your life for a reason to create an illusion, but on the back end, they're also created to control the control of you, as well as control the world around you. And they do that in very various ways, many various ways. And that particular tactic, I'm very well versed on in reference to playing both sides, which is what she was essentially doing. And then being a fraud while she did it. And that's kind of what they do. In reference to being on the back end, in the whole end with Kanye, and I know this person in reference to this, and it's like, I found myself surrounded by people like that as well. Where they would do angles like this, where they would create more heartache in my life in reference to the conversations that they would have with me. And it was all very strategic. And it was very manipulative. While on the back end, I know they had their hands in different pots, because I could just tell by the conversations that they would have with me. That made no freaking sense. Absolutely no sense. And it's like the whole time, it was just the most bizarre thing ever, particularly in the last 3 years come October. Just in reference to conversations that I had with girlfriends, in reference to conversations that I had with colleagues, in reference to conversations that I had with my family, in reference to conversations I had with my son. And then the antics, they would ramp up. And it's always, when I get to a period of time where I'm at some kind of peace, then I'll ramp up with my son. If it's kind of okay with my son, I'll ramp up with my family. If it's kind of okay with my family, I'll ramp up jobs. It's been very chaotic for me. It's just part of it. And so I've just become in a world place that I've been so graciously put in, where it was like so much angles around me that strategically would be placed for me not to be in peace. I found peace in myself walking through this whole thing. And whatever they got going on in the back end, that's on them. That is on them. You know, I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to account for that I haven't already accounted for. Particularly if they ain't gonna have a conversation with me. I can't fix something I'm unaware of. Like, I can't. I haven't been able to provide that. Like, if you don't talk to me, if you don't tell me, I don't know. And so, yeah, that's a big part of it. This is how the Ericas out there operate. This is how a lot of people out there operate. They just do. Because this is what they do to control power in particular scenarios. Because there are people that are driven on those types of things. When you're somebody that is not driven on power, because you don't run on your ego, none of that makes a difference. It just doesn't. Like, to me, it just never has. How people operate and how people choose to live their life. Thanks. Love you. Love this fakeness. It's so strategic. Again, thank you for providing me with the freaking four walls, but I pay, right? And thank you for being so honorable and protected of your daughter. Right? Thank you for being so righteous and claiming to be such a Christian while partaking in again, I love my family. I love my family very much. But do I realize what I realize? Yeah, I do. Do I understand it? Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But there are so many conversations and so many times that I've had conversations with my parents in reference to my childhood and mistreatment and things that they completely ignored and allowed. And when I try to conversate to them about the problem, they completely dismiss me and redirect it and blame me. In reference to even when I was molested as a child, that was also my fault. In reference to getting married and completely blatantly not wanting to and crying out, not wanting to. That was again my fault too. And I take ownership in those things, but at the same time, like, yo, and you get to a place in your life where you just recognize, like, when people are the type of people that enjoy living a false facade or enjoy living whatever life they have here on earth, creating illusions of being whatever, but doing certain things or being a part of whatever, that's on them. That's on them. You can only love them and, forgive them, and you do, but you do not have to accept slop. Just like you don't have to accept fed slop. And your story matters, your voice matters, my story matters, my voice matters. I don't give a crap who says it doesn't. That makes no difference to me because I know within my heart of hearts that it does. Because I still wouldn't be here alive and breathing if it didn't. I can assure you of that. I can assure you of that. Just ask everybody that has been partaking in whatever this is. Whatever this is, just ask them. Just ask them because they know how deep it's went. They know how far they've taken it. They know exactly what they've been embedded in it. And they know exactly that there's no running from this. There's none. You can keep pretending. You can keep living the lie. You can keep creating false facades. Of course you can. That's always an option. But at the end, I'm not the one losing. They are. Because they're not truly able to walk into who they're supposed to be. And this time on earth is limited. And what you choose to do with your time here on earth matters. It matters. It matters for your kids. It matters for those around you. It matters for your legacy. It matters for your future in reference to your next life and where you're going when you pass away. These are all things that matter. They matter. And so, golly, I went off on a completely different tangent because, again, it's just, I get so exhausted of it because it's just so fake and gay, man. It's so fake and weird. It just is. There's nothing like having conversations with people that you love so much, but you know that they have done really not great things in reference to your life. And instead of taking accountability and having those hard conversations with you that you yearn to have and have tried, they want to just keep pretending that there's nothing to see here. There's nothing to talk about. Everything's great behind the white picket fence. And it's not. It's not good. And so it's like, like, Erica, like, nothing to see here. Keep going the other way, in reference. No, it's weird how you handled your husband's passing. Everything partaking from then till now and even before. It's weird. It's weird. There is something to see and there's something to talk about. Just like with me. There's something to see. There's something to talk about. And it's just ridiculous. But I have another video. I'm going to touch on another thing.